So I finally finished playing Black Myth Wukong. This is a game I had my eye on ever since it was first announced and even doubted that it would ever come out at one point, but it finally released after a long wait. And while I do think it falls short in some areas, this game is far from a disappointment. Black Myth Wukong follows a monkey known as the Destined One as he tries to gather 6 relics that are said will free a being known as Sun Wukong when they are all gathered. The story is inspired by the Chinese novel Journey to the West, which I haven't read, but this game apparently takes place after that story. Truthfully, I can't really say I was able to follow what was going on since I was unfamiliar, but I did find myself getting invested in the bits of lore you can read in the game, so I was intrigued by that at the very least. Across 6 chapters, you'll visit different unconnected areas, some more linear, some more open, all gorgeous to look at. I do think some of these areas could be a bit too big at times, and there are a number of invisible walls here and there, but I still felt satisfied exploring every inch of these places that I could. Combat is pretty simple, but always fun regardless. Along with dodging being your main mode of defense, there's this big focus on chaining together light attacks to build up enough power to execute these special heavy attacks. Combine these combos with a number of spells at your disposal, you have a system that makes every encounter as fun as the last. Where this game really shines, though, is in its boss fights. There is a staggering amount of bosses in this game, both in the story and off the beaten path, and almost all of them are really good. That's what you'll mainly be doing during the game. You'll be fighting bosses. When you're out exploring, you'll be finding bosses. Fight one, go down a separate path, might be a boss around the corner, which, again, made exploration pretty satisfying. And since that's the main thing you'll be doing here, most of what I think about this game really comes down to the quality of those bosses. Like I said, almost all of them are really good, but there are quite a few weak ones in my opinion that I frankly didn't have fun with, specifically starting in Chapter 3 when that quality begins to vary. There are more than enough good bosses to make up for it, however, and when you combine that with some strong world building and visual design, Black Myth Wukong succeeds as one of the best action games I've played this year.